When was the last time you built something in 10 minutes that would have taken you a week? That's what OpenAI's Agent Builder is supposed to do. But I believe N8N is still the best option. Here's why. Today, we're comparing N8N and OpenAI's Agent Builder. And to keep this simple, I'm going to break it down into 3 parts. What do the tools actually do? Then I'm going to build the exact same agent in both platforms so you can see the differences. And third, I'll tell you which one you should choose based on your specific situation. By the way, I'm Chris, and I'm giving you my honest take after using both for the past week. Now, before we dive into the demos, you need to understand the core philosophy behind each tool, because that's going to determine which one fits your use case. Let's start with N8N. Think of N8N as the Swiss Army knife for automation. It's designed for complex workflows where you need maximum flexibility. You can mix multiple AI models, so OpenAI, Anthropic, local models, whatever. But here's the part most people miss. You can build an AI agent as a tool inside another AI agent. That's agents calling agents. That's when things get wild. Triggers, webhooks, schedules, manual buttons, other workflows, it's fully modular. And because it's open source, you can self-host it and customize literally everything. Now the trade-off, you don't have fancy widgets or a customizable UI, but that's intentional. N8N is back-end focused. You bring your logic to N8N, then connect whatever front end you or your client wants. That could be a custom map, a Slack bot, web form, whatever. Now, OpenAI's Agent Builder is the complete opposite approach. Agent Builder is laser focused on one thing, building a multi-step AI agent quickly. It's OpenAI's playground for testing agent concepts. Now, the UI looks amazing. It has the ability to use widgets, it has a built-in chat interface, everything you need to prototype fast. And here's the killer feature. You can download the entire workflow as Python code using the OpenAI SDK. So the workflow is build your agent in AI Builder's visual interface, test it, then export the code and finish building it in Python. It's made for developers who want to move really fast. But here's what it can't do. You can't use other AI models. It's only OpenAI's models. You can't build agents as tools inside of other agents, and integrations are way more limited than N8N. Now, it does have MCPs, which does open up a lot of possibilities, but it's still more limited than N8N. So that's the theory, but theory doesn't really matter. Let's build something real in both tools and see what actually happens. I'm going to build a simple research agent. It's going to take a topic, search the web, summarize the results, and send it back to the user in the same chat. Same task, both platforms. Let's see how different they really are. All right, we're starting with OpenAI's Agent Builder because honestly, it's faster. I want you to see how quickly you can go from 0 to working agent. So I'm in Agent Builder. When you create your first workflow, it already starts with your first 2 nodes, a chat node and an agent node. So this agent is going to be our research agent. So we'll make sure that we give it the prompt, you're a research agent. When given a topic, search the web, summarize the findings. Now for this one, I want to use the mini model because we're just really doing testing. And the next thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to add tools. Now, Agent Builder has web search already built in. There's no need to connect to another API or use an MCP. I just click web search and it's done. That's one of the benefits here. OpenAI's tools connect instantly. So now let's add a user prompt as well, and we're just going to select text from the workflow. So that way you can see exactly what our chat is saying. Now here's where things get interesting. Watch what happens when I test it. Let's type research the latest trends in AI agents and we'll just hit go. It searches and summarizes. Total time to finish, under 2 minutes. Now here's what you need to know. This only works because I'm using OpenAI's built-in tools. If you were to try to use Claude instead, guess what? You're going to hit a wall. I'd need to export the code and build the rest in Python. Now let's try to do the exact same thing in N8N, and we're going to start seeing some of the differences. So the first thing that we got to do is we need to manually add the trigger. So I'm going to select the chat trigger. We could swap this for webhook, scheduler, whatever, but we have to manually add it in now. Next, I'll add the AI agent node. Now for this one, I'm gonna need to select the model, and for this model, we're gonna select OpenAI. But if you wanted, you could select another model. We also need to add memory because we need a way to remember past chats. This is something we didn't actually need to do in OpenAI because all we had to do was toggle on remember history. So I'll also give it the exact same instructions we had before. And here's where N8N shows its power. I'm gonna add a custom web search tool. So for this one, I'll add the perplexity tool node. This is the node that we're gonna use for our web searches. Now I've already connected using my API key, and now the agent can use this node when it needs to do the search. All right, so let's test this. I'll send the same prompt, research the latest trends in AI agents, and hit execute. Okay, so watch this. You see how it's running, but it's not returning the latest trends? I forgot to tell the perplexity tool to let the model decide what its user prompt is. This is the learning curve with N8N. Agent Builder, everything is integrated. N8N kind of expects that you know what you're gonna be doing. So it's a simple fix, so let me fix this connection real quick. There you go, and now let's run it again. Perfect, it runs through the search. The agent processes it, and boom, our summary. Total time to build this is about 5 minutes. Longer than Agent Builder, but not too long. And another big benefit is we have way more control. Now, before we move on, I need to tell you something about N8N that nobody really mentions. This routing system we just built, you can actually clone it. You can save it as a template, you can share it with other people. Suddenly, you're not building from scratch every single time. That's one of the hidden superpowers here. Here's the key difference. In Agent Builder, everything is pre-packaged. It's fast. In N8N, you're building with Lego blocks. It takes a little bit longer, but you can build almost anything. Okay, so we've seen both in action. Now the big question, which one should you actually use? All right, here's my honest recommendation. I'm gonna break this down into 3 scenarios, and you just need to figure out which one you're in. My default answer is almost always going to be N8N. But if you're a developer planning to use the OpenAI SDK in production, you're coding in Python, and you simply want to test your agent concepts before committing to code, use Agent Builder. The workflow, it's simple. Just brainstorm in Agent Builder, export the code, finish your code base. It's perfect for that. Now, if you want to mix multiple AI models, or you want to integrate tools that aren't in the OpenAI ecosystem, then I would suggest you use N8N. If you need Claude for one step, GPT for another, N8N. If you want to trigger your agent from Slack, Airtable, or custom webhook, N8N. If you're building a complex system where the agent is just one piece, N8N. The learning curve is steeper, but once you get it, you can build almost anything. Plus, everything will translate over into Agent Builder once you're ready. Now, if you're brand new to AI agents and you just want to play around and see what's possible, I would actually still recommend N8N. Yes, it's a bit more of a learning curve, but that's what this channel is here to help you with. We're here to help you get up that learning curve quickly. Now, if you still want to start with Agent Builder, you can, but I think learning N8N is worth the extra time that it takes. Here's exactly what to do. First, subscribe. Then, spend one weekend building 3 simple agents. First, a research assistant like we just built. Second, maybe like a data formatter that takes a messy input and cleans it up. Third, maybe a task automator that connects to your email or maybe even your calendar. Those 3 projects will teach you the fundamentals. It'll teach you how to think, how to break down problems, how to use the tools, and how to handle errors. So N8N is the better tool for most real-world use cases. The flexibility matters. The ability to mix models matters. The open source nature matters. But Agent Builder has one huge advantage. It's stupid fast for prototyping. And if you're already using OpenAI's SDK, the built-in integrations can save you a ton of time. So if you're asking me which one I'd learn first, I'd say try N8N for at least a week. If you want to learn how to build your first N8N agent step by step, I've got full tutorials on this channel. And if you found this helpful, subscribe. And don't forget to check out this video right here.